What will you do now?
I must reunite with my sisters. Together we can restore balance to the realms. You have the eternal blessings of the Valkyries.
Well, we did it, I suppose.
You don't sound very happy about it.
It's difficult to be happy about anything when you're a reanimated head. I'm grateful we were able to set the Valkyries free. But so much of this could have been avoided, only...
You said it yourself, Ed. It does not matter anymore. The past is the past.
Well, that's awfully cheerful coming from you.
I am in a good mood. The dwarves will make use of this help.
Your dad's a wee bit single-minded, isn't he, lad?
Definitely.
That was such an unbelievably lucky run, you guys. I cannot understate it enough. But with the acting queen finally released from corruption, it's time for us to wind down from our adventure. And before we go home for good, I say we take a quick little detour before ending the game. So without further ado, let's check on Freya and see what she's up to. Now, this probably isn't the wisest thing, all things considered, but oof, I'm gonna need to slow down just a spell after that, because that was insane.
Wait, so Freya is the Valkyrie Queen? She never told us. You never told us.
Explain yourself, Head. Or are you bewitched again?
Not at all. Freya was Queen of the Valkyries at one point. Part of her marriage dowry included overseeing the Valkyries themselves. As a powerful Vanir goddess, they revered her. I never knew how much until now.
Yeah, that is quite the revelation, but with that, welcome back to the lower level of the Witch's Cave.
Brothers, there's another thing I must let you know. From the time you were away in Jotunheim.
Well, tell us then.
It concerns Freya. She paid me a visit.
What did you tell her?
What little I know about where Odin may have kept her Valkyrie wings. Seems she's rather bent on reclaiming her warrior spirit. I'm afraid the cycle of vengeance may not be so easily broken.
Wow, I had actually not heard of that particular tale before. Very interesting. But speaking of, we're going to step back a moment. The game is going to assume that we have not yet figured out that Freya is indeed the Queen of the Valkyries, because upon trying to return here after Jotunheim...
Is it a good idea coming back here?
She's probably in there planning your demise, brother.
Or bringing Baldur back to life? Like she did you, Mimir.
Oh, I'm not alive, lad. I'm reanimated, sure. But make no mistake, I'm still quite dead. I'll never be what I once was. She won't want this for her son. Trust me.
That's a relief. Not the part about you being dead, but, you know.
Yeah, you know, Mimir's got a point. You're not really living if you're simply reanimated, but upon returning to the snowy vistas of the witch's grounds, it turns out that Charlie has set his lasers from stunned to sleep, so we can't really do anything to interact with him. And the main reason why we're here is to retrieve one final artifact, and then we can get that shiny 100%. So,
See what we can trade them for?
yeah, maybe. It certainly could be something to do, because when I was running through this, I ended up just kind of like skipping as much as I could, but also grabbing everything because I knew it was there. I just forgot that one was there. And amongst other things, while we're here, I guess we could probably take a look at our armor. So, the Curse of Zeus, it completes that armor set. A lot of people still would consider this among the best because, especially when it's leveled up, I think it's at 65 down the board or something. So, we could probably end up doing that as well. But because this served us so incredibly surprisingly well, let's go and hold on to that for now one more time, and let's take a look at our talismans. Now, I did sort of allude to the fact that this may have been a reference to Marvel and Avengers Infinity Gauntlet, and depending on what 3 enchantments you have slotted into it, you can get a pretty interesting effect with it. And you could have either Asgard's Shard of Existence, Anvari's Soul, Eye of the Outer Realm, Avaldi's Corrupted Mind, the Muspelheim Eye of Power, which we never ended up grabbing, or Njord's Temporal Stone. Any 3 of those into a fully upgraded Gauntlet of Ages will get you a pretty devastating effect. So, without further ado, Charlie, be gone! It's pretty cool, but not really that strong. I guess on this New Game Plus version, it's probably good, but yeah, we are at the end game, and because we've collected everything, we're still kind of missing a Mystic Gateway, a Raven, and a Realm Tear encounter. And believe it or not, we can find all of that in our backyard. So that is our next and final destination, and not really too many spoilers abound, but it is one of the first mirrors that we had ever seen in the entire game, so that'll be a good time to go and reenact. But yeah, this has been God of War, you guys, and I'm so excited for the second game. Right as I started preparing for this project, they had just borderline announced it. It was just like God of War Ragnarok, and I was like, yes, so good. But I don't know that I'm going to do necessarily a day one project of it. I do want to kind of immerse myself in it and just let it happen naturally, because I never planned on doing this game until, you know, I beat it, and then I was like, I gotta do it. But there actually ended up being a lot of post-game content for this game, like New Game Plus, and they changed a lot of the runics. For example, the Wrath of the Frost Ancient used to be a lot longer, like by default, but it's one of the smaller things they've changed. So with this, let's go and make our way back home. It has been a long time coming, and this is where we can finally hang up the axe and blades and call it good. So, let's go home.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
I have no idea what that is, but we can now finally get rid of this damn Hell's Bramble, and it's probably going to be for the best, because the enemies we're about to fight here are going to be suitable for our new reign of terror. So, as it were, let's see if we can make some fun out of this, and there we go. Ooh, Jesus. Let's try maybe one of these too. Ah, alright. And you, sir, can leave me be. Oh geez, these guys are vulnerable as hell. Alright, I don't know what you're trying to get at, man, but if you try to return here at any point in the... Woof! Hello, did something happen there? Ugh. Okay, this is terrible. Jesus. Yeah, I am aware. Things are not looking great for us. Ugh. Okay, my Nemean Crush didn't activate for one. Ugh. Yeah, let's... Oh, geez, they're coming from every what way. Alright, let's try one of those. So, one of the pommels that we grabbed at the end of the battle is called... I think it's called a Retribution, but it basically makes it so that when we throw our axe, it doesn't ever go at an angle. Let me just show that real quick, because it's really cool, and this helps in finding the Odin's Ravens. So, the Queen's Wrath. We'll have that for just a moment. And let's see. So it just keeps going on and on and on forever, and then it comes back. So this is like really cool. And some of the videos that you can find of people finagling certain things is like really funny, but we'll probably just need to go ahead and switch that out real quick. What did I have? This one. It's just stats across the board. Grab some health, it doesn't matter. And maybe some Ratatasker action just while we're here. One last time.
Again with this shit? parasite!
Alright, all filled up, and by the time we get ready for this final realm tear, we should hopefully be good. So, let's bust it open one last time.
Can't believe it was next to Mother's garden this whole time. No wonder we can never get in there.
Indeed. But that is the final hidden chamber. And it's very curious that it also happens to be here. Now, for all intents and purposes, this last realm tear is a little underwhelming. I think we fight a couple of Revenants, some Reavers, Draugr, just a general bunch of enemies. In what I was hoping would be like a secret Valkyrie fight or something different, but from what I remember, I think it's just kind of like one of those bonus rooms, and I don't know that it's too incredibly difficult, so just gonna wait for me to go ahead and eat my words, but I'll stick with the old gauntlets, because that might actually work out pretty well in stopping time. And let's go and open it, close it, do the last one, and get my health back. Because that is, there we go. An aspect of the Mystic Gateway you might not have noticed because my HUD's always been off, so. Whew. Let's proceed with caution because this could probably go terribly. So, first up on the docket is, of course, our dear friend, the Revenant. And if I'm lucky, there we go. Might be able to get some of this done. Okay. Oh, you're a bad boy. All right. Stop it. Let's just go ahead and, yeah, line yourselves up for me. Don't worry about it. And that was it. I thought there for sure would have been a lot more to that, but I guess not. We were just too fast. Okay, well, pure essence of realms. I think just regular dust of realms. And a new enchantment. It's the Heart of Svartalfheim Plus. Which is all fine and dandy, but the perfect scap slag is what I wanted. So there we go. That is the final realm tear, and if I'm not mistaken, we should have a flying friend to attack. There you are. Okay, so having retribution equipped probably would help, but 100% complete, baby. Except for this. Ooh,
Boy,
speaking of
over
Svartalfheim.
here.
Mom. I wonder too. But that's it, you guys. We are completely done with the game. Read 'em and weep. 100% across the board. So Midgard, Alfheim, Helheim, Jotunheim kind of, Muspelheim, and Niflheim. This game has been a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed it because it truly has been, at least in recent memory, been one of my favorites to record for you guys. And I hope that it came through in the commentary. Sometimes it might be hard. Ooh, dude. Oof. Oof. But aside from having a lot of fun with it, I did vastly enjoy editing the project too. I think it came out fantastically. Definitely top tier for me, but I guess the same might not be said for other people. I don't know. I still need to figure out when this is coming up. And just in case there is any sort of question, let's take a look. Once you start on Give Me God of War, you cannot take it off. So just in case you were wondering that I didn't cheese through any of this, yes, New Game Plus was Give Me God of War. I guess I could have probably shown that a little bit sooner, but I wouldn't go through the effort of making sure everything was consistent if I was just going to do it on a lower difficulty. But let's grab that. Our final chest. And completely end the game. God, my voice is starting to give out. My doze is stuffy. Ori is sleeping. And it's time to end the game. My name's Allison Cruz. I actually, over the course of this project, I recorded quite a few other things, so I'm not entirely sure when you're going to see this. I was hoping we could start in April, but apparently new Pokemon Snap is coming out, and I hate to say it, but that might take a little bit of precedent over this game. We'll see. I've been looking forward to it for a while, so that might definitely be on the docket. Then I've got a couple other projects like Maneater and Carry On. I also recorded, I already mentioned the Kirby game, right? I don't think I said what it was, but it's definitely Rainbow Curse. Probably one of the last games you wanted to hear me say, but yeah, I want this to more or less come out at a time where it can kind of focus on itself and not be messed up by other ones, but we'll see how it goes. And Ragnarok, that will definitely be coming one of these days. I do think 3-ish to 4-ish years after this game coming out, being released, is a little too soon, but we'll see. If they can make it even, you know, a quarter as good as this, I think I'll be satisfied. But yeah, that is basically the extent of everything that I wanted to show here, aside from returning back to Brock and Sindri and giving them Sigrun's helmet to put on a stake. But that's alright. Thank you all once again for watching, and I will see you next time for whatever project comes up next. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
The ball! Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
Let's sort you out. Very proudly, you some bitch. That ought to keep them from hacking bits off you. Good deal. Where were we on that other?
Tusker!
What am I? Your first call?
What a fucking...
Oh, what?